Before learning any openings, you should follow basic opening principles to stay on the right track. To start, you should move your pieces out quickly so that you can use your entire army. This is called developing your pieces. If a player develops their pieces faster than their opponent, then they have a lead in development, allowing their pieces to quickly enter a position to attack. To avoid losing your lead in development, avoid making too many pawn moves and move your minor pieces out before your major pieces. For example, after pawn to e4, the knight and bishop is quickly developed and threatens many squares compared to the opponent who has only moved pawns. If you move a piece twice, at least before move 10, then you risk losing time and the lead in development. You should only move a piece twice during the opening to capture an enemy piece. For example, with knight to d4, you take an enemy pawn and have a material advantage. Note that taking pawns while your other pieces are undeveloped can still waste time, but in this case, it is fine because the enemy moved their pawn twice. The queen is your second most valuable piece, so you should not bring out your queen too early. Otherwise, the enemy can develop their pieces to threaten your queen, and you will eventually waste time saving the queen. With queen to d4, the enemy responds with knight to c6, forcing you to waste a move that could have been used to develop other pieces. The most important area of the board is at the center squares e4, d4, e5, and d5. Here, pieces can control more squares, so you should always try to attack and develop your pieces to these most active squares. This is an example of a perfect position that controls the center. While you may never get this exact position, this should give you an idea of where to place your pieces early in the game. Now go ahead and try attacking towards the center. You should always try to castle before move 10 or earlier to move your rooks into the game and to protect your king from early checkmates. For example, bishop to d8 sneakily puts the opponent into checkmate. Anyone can get caught by surprise, so it is better to stay safe by castling early. Now go ahead and try to castle early. If your rooks are on the same rank with no pieces between them, then you have connected your rooks. If you connect your rooks, it is a good sign that you have followed other opening principles, such as developing minor pieces, castling early, and developing your queen to a more active but safe square. With the rooks protecting each other, you can support pawn pushes and defend or attack from anywhere along the back rank. For example, by pinning the pawn to the queen with rook to d1, you gain an early material advantage with bishop to e5. Now go ahead and try to connect the rooks yourself. Pawns cannot move backwards, so early pawn positions establish how you or an opponent develops pieces. So think twice before moving your pawns, and always aim to attack in the direction of your pawn structure. For example, you can take advantage of weaknesses in pawn structures, such as double pawns, backward pawns, isolated pawns, and holes. Now go ahead and try attacking with your pawn structure.